Hi friends, welcome to the channel Dinesh. Here we are discussing about common sedative drugs used in emergencies and critical care areas. Before going to our topic, if you are not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe. And one more thing, in last few videos I already introduced the Unacademy's CSIR preparation courses. Now Unacademy introduces GATE entrance examination preparation courses for MSc candidates. GATE means Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. Graduate Aptitude Test in Engineering. But it is not only for engineering students, MSc candidates also appear for GATE examinations. And those who are prepared for CSIR examinations will get a benefit from GATE examinations. They can join in any PhD program and work as a project assistant, and you can prepare for CSIR also. So it will be a great opportunity. The GATE examinations will conduct on February 5 to 7 and 12 to 14th. So the Unacademy's class will start from December 1st onwards. So the MSc candidates can join in that class. Please check it that. I will give you a link in description box. So you can go to that links and check the details. The life science groups includes chemistry, biochemistry, botany, zoology, food technology, etc. We'll go to our topic: sedative drugs commonly used in emergencies and critical areas. Here we will discuss sedative drugs. It will be helpful for preparing Kerala PSC DHS staff nurse exam, or it is also useful for demands nursing officer exam. So before going to our topic, we will check some important terms regarding sedative, hypnotics and anesthetic drug. So we will check the difference between sedative, hypnotic and anesthetic drug. Sedative decreases activity, moderate excitement and calms the patient. A sedative drug will reduce activity, moderate excitement and calms the patient. So these are the main quality of a sedative drug. It will decrease activity, moderate excitement and calms the patient. It does not cause unconsciousness. A sedative drugs will not cause unconsciousness. But in the case of hypnotic drug will produce a drowsiness and it facilitates onset and maintenance of state of sleep. Hypnotics is one step higher, that is, it will causes drowsiness. The patient's conscious level will affect with hypnotic, and at the same time it will cause sleep also. That is what hypnotic. Anesthetic is little more higher. It is having the features of sedatives. Along with it will give analgesia, amnesia and muscle paralysis or muscle relaxation. That is usually seen in general anesthesia. Final stage of general anesthesia make sedative. It will give all the properties of sedative, that is, it will reduce the activity, moderate excitement and calms the patient. Along with that, anesthetic drug will give analgesic effect, amnesia and muscle paralysis. Anesthesia always is induced by a doctor or anesthetist and we can easily reversible. And here the loss of consciousness is affected. The anesthetist will control the consciousness and it is usually we can easily reversible. So that these are the difference between sedatives, hypnotics and anesthetic drugs. Sedative means it will only decreases activity and moderate excitement and which helps to calm the patient. But hypnotics causes drowsiness and facilitate sleep. But anesthetic drug will give all the properties of sedative along with analgesia, amnesia and muscle relaxation. These are the main difference. Then what are the qualities of a sedative drug? Qualities of a sedative drug include: the ideal sedative drug has rapid onset, does not accumulate in the body and is easily titratable with a short duration and no unwanted effects. So these are the qualities of the sedative drugs. It should be rapid onset and does not accumulate in body and easily titratable with a short duration and no unwanted effects. But in world, there is no sedative drug has all these qualities. Some sedative drug has some qualities, but in the same time, they have some unwanted effects. So for that, we will use some different kind of sedatives for different situations. So we will discuss here what are the different common different sedatives we are using in our hospital in critical areas especially. These are the common examples of sedative drugs. Mostly I included IV or injectable only. They are midazolam, lorazepam, diazepam, fentanyl, meperidine, morphine, propofol, ketamine, thiopentol, phenobarbital, methotrexate, nitrous oxide. Midazolam, lorazepam, diazepam are the examples of benzodiazepine. Fentanyl, meperidine, morphine are the examples of opioids. Thiopentol and phenobarbital, methotrexate are the examples of barbiturates. Nitrous oxide, inhaled anesthetic agent. So these are the common sedative drugs we are using in critical areas and operation room. So these are the types of sedative drugs: benzodiazepine, barbiturates, opioids, non-benzodiazepines. Benzodiazepine and non-benzodiazepine means main difference is in the benzene ring. Benzodiazepine, that specific benzene rings are common. Non-benzodiazepine, that benzene rings absent. Barbiturates and opioids. Barbiturate, thiopentol and phenobarbital are an example of barbiturates, opioids, morphine, fentanyl and meperidine. And there are other example also there. Common drugs we are using, that only I included here. So benzodiazepine, examples diazepam, lorazepam, midazolam. Main action, CNS depression. Benzodiazepine and most of the sedative drugs increases the action of GABA neurotransmitter, that is inhibitory neurotransmitter in our body. So it will reduce the all central nervous activities. That means CNS depression. And here there are top 5 benzodiazepines. They are alprazolam, lorazepam, clonazepam, diazepam, temazepam. These are the most commonly used benzodiazepine. In the case of benzodiazepine overdose, we can use what medication we can use? We already discussed it. That is flumazenil. Flumazenil we can use as an antidote. For benzodiazepine overdose or benzodiazepine poisoning, we can use flumazenil. So first drug of benzodiazepine, that is common drug, lorazepam. The dosing of lorazepam is 0.02 to 0.05 mg per kilogram. Onset of action very short time, that is 3 to 7 minutes, and peak effect will be 10 to 20 minutes. Maximum duration of action 6 to 8 hours. Adverse effect of lorazepam includes respiratory depression, hypertension. In low doses, we can use lorazepam, but in higher doses, it will cause respiratory depression and hypertension. So, nurse should take precautions. So, antidote is flumazenil. So, all the benzodiazepine antidote is flumazenil only. We can give 0.2 mg over 15 seconds. If it is not reversed, means we can repeat after 1 minute. Next example of benzodiazepine, that is diazepam. Diazepam 1 ampule contains 10 mg and dosing is 5 mg repeated dose every 5 minutes to maximum dose of 20 mg. So usually while giving sedative drugs, we will start from very minimal dose and repeat to get the required effects. So here we will start with the 5 mg and every 5 minutes we will repeat up to 20 mg. Onset of action 1 to 5 minutes. Duration of action, it will act up to 8 hours. Adverse effect includes same respiratory depression and hypertension. Reversal of flumazenil 0.2 mg over 15 seconds may repeat at 1 minute as needed. Diazepam also used in the detoxification of alcohol withdrawal or alcohol induced alcohol dependence syndrome. Diazepam is also used for intoxication of alcohol withdrawal symptom or in alcohol dependent syndrome. Next benzodiazepine is midazolam, that is CNS depressant. Dosing is 0.05 mg per kilogram repeated every 2 to 3 minutes to adequate sedation up to maximum of 0.2 mg per kilogram. Elderly patient dose is little low, 0.02 mg per kilogram, repeated every 3 to 4 minutes, adequate sedation up to 0.2 mg per kilogram. For midazolam, there is a adverse effect. If it is in higher doses, it will cause acute tubular necrosis and lactic acidosis. Acute tubular necrosis and lactic acidosis seen with high doses of midazolam. Respiratory and cardiovascular depression also may occur. So midazolam coming with multi-usable vial. So 1 ml of midazolam equal to 1 mg. Reversal of midazolam is by flumazenil 0.2 mg over 15 seconds, may repeat at 1 minute. Midazolam is a very short-acting benzodiazepine. So next we will study about sedatives with anxiolytic and amnesiac effect. Sedatives with anxiolytic and amnesiac effect. So amnesiac effect is required when patient is in ICU and undergoing painful procedures or fearful procedures. They wanted to forget that moment. So the following kind of drugs will help to forget that uneventful procedures memory. And mainly here it is included intravenous drugs. So we will study about one by one. First one is propofol. Propofol developed as an anesthetic agent. It is now used as a lower doses for short-term sedative infusion for 48 to 72 hours. Propofol will cause vasodilator and negative inotropic properties, so should be used caution where hypovolemia has not been fully corrected or cardiac function is poor. Propofol is a common drug which is causing hypotension, so we should take care before giving propofol. The nurse should check whether patient is having any hypovolemia or cardiac issue. If it is there, inform physician or treating doctor. Dosing guidelines of propofol includes 2 to 4 mg of incremental doses starting from 2 to 4 mg and then repeat every 5 minutes as needed to maximum dose of 100 mg. While giving propofol, IV push should be very slow. Otherwise, it will cause hypotension. For elderly patient, 10 mg incremental doses every 5 minutes as needed to maximum of 50 mg. Elderly patients and hypovolemic patients are vulnerable for hypotension. So we should take care before giving the elderly and hypovolemic patients. And onset of action, it is very short acting, 30 seconds only needed, and the duration of action, it lasts up to 10 to 15 minutes. Adverse effect as usual for every sedative drug, respiratory depression and hypertension. But hypertension is very common. Next drug is ketamine. Ketamine is an example of dissociative anesthetic agent. It will cause cataplexy, catatonia and analgesic effect without causing any respiratory depression. Dissociative anesthetic means it will cause cataplexy, catatonia to the patient and it also helps for analgesic effect. And it is safer to give for airway maintenance, spontaneous respiration, bronchodilation and cardiovascular stimulation. So we can give the ketamine with those patients are high risk for respiratory depression. But the drawback of ketamine includes hypertension and tachycardia. Main drawback of ketamine includes hypertension and tachycardia along with hallucination and psychotic episodes, which usually require concurrent benzodiazepine to invoke amnesia. Ketamine is one of the main drug which is causing physical dependence. The longer use of ketamine is not recommended because it will cause physical dependence. Dosing for adults include 1 to 2 mg per kilogram. For elderly patients, 0.2 to 0.75 mg per kilogram. Duration of action, onset very short time, that is 1 to 2 minutes. Duration of action, that is also short, 15 to 30 minutes only. And main adverse effect, already discussed, hypertension, tachycardia, hallucination and psychosis. Ketamine came with multi-usable vials, that is coming with 10 ml that contain 500 mg of ketamine. Next is inhalation agents. Inhalation agents examples includes isoflurane, desflurane, sevoflurane, nitrous oxide. This is example of isoflurane bottle. This for giving inhalation agents, we needed separate ventilator anesthesia trolley and
through that only we can administer the inhalation agent. Usually it is giving at the operation room only. Anesthetic agents used for short-term sedation in critically ill patients, cumulative effect may be a problem. Delivery system requires an adapted ventilator circuit, and as the gas is exhaled virtually unchanged. Scavenging systems are essential. So the use of inhalation agent is very limited. It is using at the operation theater only usually. And the next medicine is antipsychotics. Antipsychotics also used to give sedation. So main examples include chlorpromazine and haloperidol. Haloperidol example is here. 1 mg of haloperidol, 1 ml of haloperidol contains 5 mg. It coming like a vial and ampule also. Caution is necessary as main side effects of antipsychotic include arrhythmias and extrapyramidal disorder. So we need to give triaxiphenidil for preventing or reducing extrapyramidal symptom. Or we can give benztropine also. We studied in last video. Benztropine is given to reduce the drug-induced movement disorder. Then alpha agonist. Alpha agonist examples includes dexmedetomidine and clonidine. Alpha agonists act as synergistic analgesics with opioids but cause minimal respiratory depression and the patient is easily arousable. It is safe to use with very minimal dose if it is given with opiates because synergistic effects. Synergistic effect means when it is giving lower dose with opiates, it will give maximum effects of analgesia. But if it is giving alone means it will not give that much analgesia. But if it is giving with opiates, it will give maximum analgesic effect. That is what synergistic analgesic. Here, respiratory depression also very less when it is using along with the opiates. But main drawback here is hypotension and bradycardia. Also, the patient may experience dry mouth. These are about alpha agonist. Example, dexmedetomidine and clonidine. Usually, it is called dexmed. Next drug is fentanyl. Fentanyl is example of synthetic opioid narcotic. Dosing 0.5 to 1 microgram per kilogram in small incremental doses of 25 to 50 microgram up to maximum dose of 250 microgram. 1 ml of fentanyl contains 50 microgram. Usually 2 ml ampule is coming. That is 100 microgram ampule. Onset, it is short acting medicine. Within 1 to 2 minutes, the onset of action will start. Peak effect will within 10 to 15 minutes. Maximum duration of action 30 to 60 minutes only. Adverse effect include hypotension, bradycardia, respiratory depression. Usually in lower dose, fentanyl is very safer opioid narcotic. It is used for analgesic effect and for giving epidural anesthesia also fentanyl may use. So as a opioid, fentanyl overdose we can reverse with naloxone. Naloxone 0.4 mg initially followed by 0.4 to 0.2 milligram every 2 to 3 minutes as needed. All opioids we can opioid overdose or opioid toxicity we can reverse with naloxone. Next medicine is morphine. Morphine is a natural opioid narcotic that is dosing 2 to 4 mg incremental doses every 5 minutes up to maximum dose of 10 to 20 minutes. Morphine 1 ml ampule contains 50 mg, 15 mg. Dosing of elderly includes 1 to 2 mg incremental doses of every 5 minutes up to maximum dose of 10 mg. Elderly are more susceptible to CNS depression with opioid narcotic drug. Compared to fentanyl, opioid causes more respiratory depression and CNS depression. And it is also causes common bile duct narrowing. So those who are having gallbladder infection and all need to take morphine very carefully. It will increases the symptoms, deteriorates the symptoms. Onset of morphine will be within 2 to 3 minutes and peak effect will within 20 minutes. Duration of action of morphine includes it is 2 to 4 hours. And main adverse effects include hypotension, bradycardia and respiratory depression. Reversal is same. It is a opioid drug, so we can use naloxone. Naloxone 0.4 mg initially followed by 0.1 to 0.2 milligram every 2 to 3 minutes as needed. So that is about our sedation drugs. We discussed here different types of sedation, that is benzodiazepine, opioids, inhalation agent, antipsychotics, barbiturates, etc. and we checked here different onset, main adverse effects, which medicine is used for reversal. So that is about sedation drugs. So thank you for watching this video. Please like and share this video, and don't forget to subscribe our channel, The Nurse. Thank you.